Hello, Social Success Group. My name is Katie Ross. I'm your guest speaker today, and I have the honor and privilege of being here with you guys for the next 10 minutes or so. We are going to be chatting onboarding. We're going to be chatting get your teamie set up for the best success from day one, activations, and launch parties. So if you guys are tuning in, drop me a 1 below, and if you're watching the replay, #replay. So a little bit about me. I've been with the company for 9.5 years. I am from Perth, Western Australia. I absolutely love Pure Romance. I love what I do. I love sponsoring. I love sharing this opportunity, and I love seeing this success from people. So I'm really excited to share with you some of my tips and tricks. So grab a pen and paper, take notes. If you have questions, feel free to drop below and I can answer them along the way as well. So first step, when someone signs up, you want to try and get them engaged ASAP. So you've got 72 hours to get them engaged. So first step that I do is I send them a welcome message. So I just say, hey girl, welcome to the team. We're super excited to have you on board. Here's your login details. Here's my information if you need to contact me. And make sure you do the step 1 and step 2. Which is the first thing that they need to do when they sign up. So training.pureromance.com/start, step 1 and step 2. Okay, so once they've done that, then we go into the onboarding. So when they do sign up, I get them to send them a picture of themselves. So it's not like a picture that I pull out from their page. It is a picture that they send me so I know that it's an actual picture that they like. Hey Nikki, hey Brianna, hey Colleen. What time is it over in South Africa, Colleen? So it's 8 p.m. here in Australia, or 8:15 p.m. now. Hey, Renee. Just seeing who is on at the moment. Hey, Jade. All right, so yeah, I welcome them into the team group with the pic collage, and I say, hey guys, this is Sarah. Welcome to the team. Make her feel welcome. Get her to tell you guys a little bit about herself. So she comments underneath. She says a little bit about herself, so everybody knows who's joined, and I just make sure that they feel welcome and that my leaders are actually commenting underneath as well. So the person that's actually coming on board feels nice and welcome. So once I've done that, then I check in with them and see how they're going with their step 1 and step 2. And then I get them to complete their dream profile, which is on the training website. So training.pureromance.com/resource. So the dream profile is pretty much just like a getting to know you. So I get to know their why, I get to know their goals, I get to know like a little bit about them just before I get onto the onboarding. So I get to get a bit of an idea on where they're at with their business and what they want out of it. And then we do the onboarding. Now, because we've been in isolation, obviously things have changed a little bit. So we're doing a group onboarding session, which happens once a week. Now, we do have multiple trainers that do this. So I usually do the nighttime session if I'm available. And then we have Katie Berry do one and a couple of other of our team trainers, and they do like a different day and a different time. So the girls have different options there. Hey, Emma. Hey, Lillian. So I get them to choose their date. So we post weekly. So we say, hey guys, onboarding this week is with Katie Ross Thursday at 7 p.m. And then we've got Katie Berry 9 a.m. Friday. And then we have Janice at 12 p.m. on Saturday, for example. And then they pick their day and then we put them into a separate group. So we either do we're in June at the moment, so we have a June group and we put them all in the group. And then we're going to be doing a July group and then we add them all into there. So in that group, we have all the resources. So we have their scripts are in there, we have pictures, we have a library of resources. So if they need to ask, or if they ask me a question about, for example, a virtual party or anything to do with the business really, I can just tag them in the post and let them know where that is. So there's literally like separate groups for each month. So they all the June people, all the new girls from June, they go into this onboarding group, and then we create another one for July and another one for August and so on. Now, let me talk a little bit about the onboarding because I absolutely love what we are doing currently. I know for many years we were doing the one-on-ones and now we're doing group onboardings. So in the group onboardings, we have a PowerPoint presentation. Now in the PowerPoint presentation, I have literally pulled everything from the training website. So there's a team trainer section on the training website. So it's training.puromance.com/trainer. Now there's like a checklist there, there's everything that you need. And I've literally pulled all of those checklist items and I've put them into a PowerPoint presentation. So in this PowerPoint presentation, I have added a bit of a personal touch. So I've kind of like done the onboarding, but I've also pulled a little bit from the boot camps into this presentation as well, because currently we're not doing booking boot camps or anything like that. We are just doing the onboardings. So in the group onboarding PowerPoint, we have a little bit about our history and founder. So I talk about Patty and Chris. I talk about our team and how we're spread all across the country and how we're an amazing team and everybody's here to help and support you. I talk a little bit about myself and just give them a little bit of background about me and where I've come from. And then we get into their why and their goals. Now this onboarding is a interactive training. So I make sure that they have their video and their sound on when they come on. Now, the onboarding can range between, there might be one person on this onboarding, or there might be 30 or 40 people on this onboarding. It's been very different every week. It just depends, I guess, how many people we sign up. At the moment, we are signing up about 200 girls a month. So it has been a very crazy, very busy for us, but even if there's one person on, it's going to be the same training. One person versus 20 or 30 or 40 people. Then we go through their why and their goals. So I get them to tell me what their why is. So are they in it for money? Are they in it for their friendships, for a bit of fun? Or are they just there for social selling? So it just gives me a bit of an idea on where they're at. And then we go through their goals. So I find out a couple of their smaller goals and then a couple of their bigger goals. So then I can kind of see where they're at and what they're aiming for. And then I go through resources. So I give them all the resources of everything like YouTube channel. I get them to subscribe to Patty and Chris on Facebook and Instagram and go and follow them and tune into Rise and Grind. I'm like promoting Chris and corporate like crazy, but they have some amazing stuff. Like corporate have spent so much time giving us the resources that I give them everything. I'm like, here you go guys. Here's everything that corporate has created. This is amazing, like go and check it out, do it at your own pace, but I literally give them everything that they need. So the team Facebook group is another great resource, the consultant online office. I also go through their who do you know list. So there's a new who do you know list on the training website. So I put that in the PowerPoint presentation and I go through that with them. I also talk about their Pure Romance commercial and how to actually talk about what we do. And I do a little bit of a role play with them as well. And the Inventory Advantage program. I always talk that up and I'm like, this is like one of the best things you guys can do. So if you want to do this, here's the steps to do it. Make sure you jump onto this. People that do the IAP, book more parties, sell products, they get referred more often and they just are more successful in general. Then I go through some comp plan nuggets. Now, this is like my favorite part. This is the part that like I salivate because I love the comp plan. So I talk about the retail sales bonus. I talk about sponsoring. I talk about level advancement. So I literally give them the gold nuggets of the comp plan. And I say, this is the best stuff, but I really encourage you guys to go check out the rest at the training website and also the incentive requirements guide as well. Shopping smart. So I let them know about the weekend sales and sometimes how we have like a midweek sale as well, and to make sure that they're shopping on those days, and about the 6-packs and also trading products and that we can't purchase products from other consultants, we can only trade. And then the last step is walking them through the consultant online office. So I literally go through with them, I share my screen and I walk them through how to place an order. I walk them through a bit of the ordering your name badges, your business cards, like all the stuff that they need to know. And I literally show them how it's done. The reporting section, I say, hey, when you build a team, you're probably going to be looking at this every day, or maybe have it sitting there on your screen, like sitting there every day checking it like some of us leaders do. But I literally do all that for them. And then I leave about 10 to 15 minutes at the end for them to ask me questions. And I say, ladies, this is your chance. If you have questions, this is your chance to ask me. No question is too small. Guaranteed if you are thinking it, somebody else is thinking it. So the onboarding is really designed to eliminate a lot of questions, to get them asking questions as well. I don't know if you've ever had, or if you've ever signed people up and sometimes they ask you like a million questions. The onboarding is designed to eliminate all of that and to get them set up for success. I also encourage them if they want to jump on another one. So if they, like watch the first one and they're on there and they're interacting, but they might just want to jump on in a week or two's time, or maybe even 3 months' time, they're more than welcome to do that more than once. All right, so that is the onboarding. And then after that is the after party check-in. So I actually do their launch parties for them. So because we're in isolation right now, sort of still, we're doing a lot of virtual stuff still. I know we're going back to in-home parties. I am still doing their launches via Zoom right now. Now, the good thing is I can do 2 parties a night, 2 launch parties a night, and get them activated, get their parties set up, book parties for them, possibly get them a new recruit, all via Zoom. I'm literally on there for an hour. It's like an hour of my time. So I do a 30-minute demo. I play a couple of games. So I do a booking game, sponsoring game. I do the breakout rooms. I do the shopping room stuff. So I'm making sure that I'm actually connecting with people. I'm an in-home party gal, so I really love the in-person connection and I really prefer that over doing Facebook Lives and Facebook group stuff, online parties. I mean, I do love that stuff, but I feel like for launch parties especially, it should be more like a interactive, like let's see your face, let's chat type of thing. So that's why I love it, and it's quick, it's easy, it's not a big chunk out of my time. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm not doing any in-home launch parties at all. It's all done via Zoom. So I do a 6 o'clock time and I do a 7:30 or 8 o'clock time. So literally, for example, I signed somebody up last night. So I sent them the welcome message. I added them to the team group. I've sent them the steps for the step 1 and step 2. And I messaged her today and I said, hey Sky, I don't know if Sky's watching right now, but hey Sky, I have Monday or Wednesday next week available for your launch party. So I've got like Monday at 6 o'clock or I've got Wednesday at 7:30. Which one would you like? 9 out of 10 times they'll pick a date. And then I get their Facebook event set up and then I get all that set up and do it like a normal party. So you do your hostess coaching, everything like a normal party, but it's all done via Zoom. And they get their activation done, so it activates them and gets them set up with their first few parties. So once they've done their launch, their encore and their bestie party, that's when I check in with them. And then I say, hey girl, how's it all going? How did your parties go? Did you book parties? How were your sales? How was your attendance? And how are you feeling about the party? So I just check in with them, have a bit of a chat and see where they're at, because I want to make sure that they're actually getting people at the party and that they're actually booking parties and selling products as well. So that happens after their first 3 parties, and also make sure you're congratulating them for doing the parties as well, because that's a big step. It's very nerve-wracking when you start. If you can remember back to when you started, how nerve-wracking it was. I mean, I can remember how nervous I was when I started, and the 90-day check-in is after that. So I check in with them 90 days after they've signed up, and this is like sort of like a really important step. So you want to find out what's going well for them. You want to find out how their booking and sponsoring games are going. You want to find out how their VIP group is. So if there's interaction in the VIP group, if they're selling stuff in there, if they're going live. So you just want to kind of walk through the steps and see how they're going. I'm sure they're going to have questions. They normally do. And this would also be a good time to set up a money train group as well. I don't get them to set it up straight away when they first start, because I think there's so many other things happening when they sign up. So the money train comes at the 90-day check-in. I also recap their goals and also their profit and make sure that they're actually making money. And if they have any extra help, if they need any extra help, this is their time to ask questions and let me know if there's anything that I can do as their sponsor or their trainer. And then I just keep in touch with them monthly. I check in maybe once or twice a month, depending how interactive they are. Some girls I talk to regularly and there's no need to really check in, but then there's other girls that you don't hear from as much. And that's another thing when people do sign up is people will go at their own pace. There are people that will get the step 1 and step 2 done within 5 minutes. And then there's other girls that will take a week or 3 months. So it's important to know that people do it at their own pace and that is okay. And there's people that are social sellers and then there's people that I just want to get this like done and make some money quickly. And yeah, so I think it's important to know that people do it at their own pace and there's people that just need a little bit more help than others. And that's why I think it's important to just have your face there and just say, hey, how you going? Check in once a month with them and see if they need any help. All right, let's see if there's anything else that I need to tell you guys. So we have a Dropbox for the team trainers, which has the PowerPoint presentation in there. And it also has all the documents for the 90-day check-in, the check-in after the parties, and a few other things as well. So we have that in there with a password so the team trainers can jump on and they can download that and save it to their computer. The other thing I do after the onboarding is I take a photo at the end with all the girls and I post it into our team group, into our team Facebook group. So I say, hey guys, guess what? These girls have just completed their onboarding. So they've done their step 1 and step 2 and they've just completed their online onboarding with me. Please congratulate them. And I see their sponsors commenting and it's crazy. Like, I'm so proud of you. So I think that's a really important step. And I think it's nice to have that, to have the photo posted on the group and then everyone can like get excited and congratulate them for finishing their training. Colleen, the groups you create for each month, how long do you keep each going for? I literally just have it for the month. So anyone that's doing the onboarding that month, like I'm doing another onboarding on Thursday, which is, I think it's the 25th of June. So that'll be still for June. And then once it rolls over to July, I'll just create a new one for that. And that's where the Zoom link goes as well. So when I post the Zoom link for the onboarding, it actually goes in that group. Team trainers can also shadow. So if they want a bit of a recap and, to see what we do and they might forget stuff, they can definitely jump on and shadow a onboarding. Also, new team trainers that want to come on and learn the ropes, they can shadow anytime they want. They can jump on. And I think it's important to remember with onboarding and everything in this business that done is better than perfect. And I wore my shirt today. Progress is better than progress over perfection. Sorry. So I think the important thing is just to do it and keep in touch with them and making onboarding a consistent thing. For me, back when we were doing in-person ones, I was doing one-on-ones and look, I thought it was bloody awesome. It was great. And it was very time consuming, but we did get results from it. But I think the online ones now with the group onboardings are so much better. And it's just so much better for time's sake as well, because I'm literally doing this once a week and my other trainers are doing it the other day. So we literally have 2 or 3 of these onboardings available a week. And the girls that can make it, they'll comment on the post and we'll add them into the group and then we'll get them going on the day. All right, so if you guys have any more questions, I'm just going to have a bit of a scroll through to see if there's anything else. Let me know if you have any more questions. I can definitely share my PowerPoint. It's not fancy, but I can definitely share my PowerPoint with you. I love the group onboarding. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? But I mean, we wouldn't have done this before this pandemic happened anyway. So I think it has been really good for us in a lot of ways. It's definitely taught us a few things and I love it. I really love that we can do virtual stuff and we can do in-person stuff. So yeah, it's working really well for our team at the moment. I will tell you guys that our team is 80% up. This year, we've done 2.2 million so far, and that is crazy. That is like crazy growth, especially because our team is last year we did 3.2 million, And this year we're already done 2.2. So I think it's definitely working. Online training is about 2 hours from start to finish. I would say the PowerPoint presentation is around an hour and 45 minutes. I could probably smash it out an hour and a half if I have to, but I like to do about an hour and 45 minutes because it goes through everything I need without rushing. All right, so if you have any more questions, comment below. I'll be up for a little bit. I'm going to jump on Chris's Rise and Grind soon, and hope you guys have an awesome day. And thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.